Well, howdy, folks. Thanks for your patience there. Sorry for the 3-minute delay there. Had to get everything set up. I was just getting home a little bit late and had to get my tripod and lighting set up. Right now, it's in that transitional period where I need to have the right lighting, even though we still have some natural light coming in. So had to get the lighting dialed in and all that. And of course, I'm wearing one of my favorite shirts today that seems to be a hit with you guys. Here we go, Make Orwell Fiction Again shirt. I know you guys seem to like that one. Senior Prepper always comments on it. See if they're here today. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Hugo, Chalk Gamer, Danny, Sam, Chocolala, Danny, etc., etc. Andy, Evan, how are you guys doing? For anyone who might not know who I am, although it's doubtful, probably all regulars, my name is Dr. Matt Dorsey, and I am the Chief Scientific Officer and Formulator for CHOQ. I am also a big content creator, obviously. We do lots of videos, and we're about to step that up a notch. Just the general natural health and herb geek, etc. But yeah, I'm glad you like the shirt, Andy. So few announcements here, guys. Hello, Phyllis. Hello, Hunter. Howdy, howdy. Good to see so many familiar faces, and Danny, of course. What is up, everybody? B-Mez, hello from down under. We're going to change things up a little bit, and it's kind of a mixed bag. I don't hope it's not too disappointing, you guys, but we are still going to be giving away prizes, but starting next week, we're only going to be giving away prizes one time per week. The CHOQ team was kind of looking at stuff, and they were realizing we were giving out a lot of stuff, and they weren't really sure if there was a huge return on it. So I'll be giving away prizes today and this week every day, but starting next week, it's going to be a little different. We're going to have more of a once-a-week prize situation. I don't know how many prizes we'll be giving away on that one day, but anyway, that is the deal with that. So that's the deal with that. But also at the same time, we're going to be doing a kind of an interesting blend here where we're going to have so I'm actually getting a new camera. And I'm going to be doing simultaneous YouTube and Instagram. So I'm going to be back on Instagram soon. The plan is, if I can figure out how to do this, to have my YouTube camera here and then my Instagram camera over here, have them like side by side, and I'll be able to do both basically. So I'll be back on Instagram. So you'll have your choice of whichever one you want to watch it on. If you want to watch it on Instagram or here, either way, that will be the deal. But yeah, so also exciting. I had CHOQ obviously buy me a brand new, very nice DSLR from Canon. So we're upping the production value a bit. So that'll be fun. And I, just generally speaking, want to kind of take things to the next level. So I'm going to look at perhaps a different backdrop for here. Maybe, keep dialing the lighting in. Might even do some cool streaming software if I can learn how to use that, to where I can do more like on-screen displays where, there'll be a section of the screen over here where you guys will be able to see what I'm seeing for like PowerPoints, things like that. So we look forward to all of those this coming year. In 2022, we're taking our, our media stuff to the next level. So yes, going through a bit of a lung detox at the moment, but I seem to be fine. Well, what is up with you guys? Let's see here. Yeah, Shane does the dual camera thing. Absolutely. For sure. That's been his thing for a bit. All right. So how many of you guys know about Stay Human coming up? I am curious. How many of y'all know when it is? Would like to go ahead and plug that real quick, because that's actually coming up, guys. So click on this link right here that I just posted in the chat. That is Stay Human episode 2, Between Two Worlds. That's going to be coming up Friday of next week, January 21st, Friday, January 21st at 5:00 p.m. Don't miss it. It is the sequel to the increasingly popular Stay Human 1. And actually, let me see if I can find Stay Human 1 really fast for you guys. Let's see here if I can find that for you guys. No bother, little tickle in the interesting. Wow, boy, howdy. It's not the COVID, I promise. Anyway, but yeah, so Stay Human episode 1 is right there. That one has almost 100 likes and almost 2,000 views. That one came out, as I'm sure a lot of y'all know. That was back in, actually, what date was that? A couple months ago, right? So anyway, yeah, that one is one of the favorites. We're actually splitting it up into a bunch of smaller clips. So if you are on our Instagram, look forward to seeing a bunch of some of the best clips from Stay Human. Talking about the Omicryzal. But anyway, look forward to seeing some of the best clips from that original Stay Human, which is that second one that I posted just now in the chat. And if you haven't seen that, definitely check it out. But yeah, Stay Human 2 should be super fun. And of course, I'll be, I'll be scribbling like crazy on whatever this silly paper pad thing is that I had before. Maybe one of these days I'll get myself a whiteboard. I don't know, but I kind of like the paper pad. A little disorganized, but yeah, sometimes there's so much information that you just got to roll that way. But anyway, what is going on with you guys? Do you have any questions for me? And how are things in general in y'all's lives? Somebody's recommending Irish Moss. Oh, yes, of course, of course. Evan says, stoked for Stay Human episode 2. Very cool. By the way, guys, today will be a slightly shorter transmission. It'll be about 30 minutes because got a lot of stuff going on tonight. Got to actually be chalking. I got to be chalking late today. Got several chalk projects I am working on. Exciting stuff. We're going to have a billboard soon. Working on a billboard design. We're working on new packages. Actually, we've got these really cool new boxes that we're going to have printed up. It's got a really cool design on them, different colors. And then the box will have a little place here where you can actually put the bottles directly in and they'll fit perfectly where the bottles are kind of like resting and like on this cardboard cutout looking up at you. So yeah, lots of interesting products here. All right. Daily now only has 20% L-DOPA instead of Brie of 60. Yeah, Hugo. I think you might have been, is it possible that maybe you sent that to customer service? Because I think that, or maybe somebody else had the same question, but yeah, good question and good eye recognizing that. So, it's a relatively small amount of L-DOPA that's in there, really. I mean, it's either 30 or either 20 or 60%. Still not a lot. It's enough to have some effects, but it's not super, super crazy. We're not talking about hundreds and hundreds or thousands of milligrams of L-DOPA. And of course, Mucuna, like every other plant, it's not just effective because it has L-DOPA in it. It's effective for other reasons because, you get the full blend of all these different phytochemicals. So, but due to sourcing constraints, sometimes, we can't find the exact same thing. So we do have to change it up here and there. Not everything is available with total consistency. So that is something that happens, and we do our best to keep it as consistent as possible based on what is available. So it's my understanding that's what's going on with that. All right, let's see here. I'm sorry to hear that, Kenny. That is never fun. Again, of course, I can't really talk a lot about, disease type stuff here. So I noticed you guys are mentioning the C word. And other than to say that, that what I have is not that, I can't really talk too much about that for you guys, but in general, of course, we can talk all day about supporting a healthy immune system. And there are many ways to support immune health, which is very different in the eyes of the law from treating, an issue, right? Supporting health. We're always supporting health. We're never treating anything. That's the mantra here, just FYI. So if we talk about supporting immunity, we can talk about that all day, but unfortunately we can't talk about getting rid of, of the critters. We don't talk about that specifically in order to stay safe. But yeah, speaking of George Orwell, have you guys, on the whole censorship, big tech front, any news there? I'm curious what you guys are, if you have your ears to the ground, what the newest thing is. I've seen, there's been a few there's a few different people who I follow on YouTube who are like spiritual teacher type folks, and Matt Kahn, Lori Ladd. There's another guy named, I forgot his name actually. He's an English guy. He's bald. Anyway, and they all, of course, have their sort of 2022 predictions, right? Of like what they feel like the energy of 2022 is and what we're going to see. And one of the themes that was coming up seemed to be that, the whole tech thing was going to ramp up even crazier to like this next level. So we'll see if that happens, especially with things like robotics and stuff like that. That'll be a fun one to watch and grab the popcorn. Fun and scary, but try to make it fun if possible. Yeah, it's It's crazy stuff. But, for those of y'all who saw Stay Human episode 1, of course, you know that I am a, consummate optimist. I'm always optimistic despite all the dark, weird stuff that I research. And I think humans are going to get through this. I just really think that it's going to take us a little while. It's going to take us a few years to flesh all this stuff out. So, yeah. Chocolala says, when is Apex coming back out? So actually, very, very, very soon, there's a good chance that our warehouse is going to receive the first batch in 2 days on Friday. So we're hoping that you guys will be able to buy Apex sometime next week. So approximately 1 week is what we're hoping for. Based on experience, we know that those projections are not always accurate. So I don't want to say it's 100% chance it'll be next week. It might be the week after, but very, very possible that it'll be next week. So yes. And of course, as a reminder, we did have to take the NAC out, but, NAC, awesome ingredient as it is, I figured out a way that I think makes it really epically fantastic by adding organic milk thistle as well as ginkgo biloba to it. And the ginkgo is a really nice choice because not only is it, of course, as we know, great for things like memory and focus and all that stuff, but ginkgo is actually does activate glutathione in the brain, which is a place where you really want it because glutathione is really helpful for immune support, right? And obviously for healthy detoxification, right? Because sometimes there can be things in your brain that your brain wants to get rid of. And yeah, so I'm pretty happy about. I'm still trying to think of that English bald guy. What his name is. But anyway. Getting distracted by the chat. But long story short, though, it's pretty awesome, and I've been ridiculously stoked to get it out. And of course, it'll have the updated CHOQ label design on it, which is cool too. So Apex will now look fully up to date as it will match the other CHOQ products. So yeah. All right. The immune system is not a conspiracy, says Evan. That is hilarious, and I'm inclined to agree with that. I do believe the immune system is real. It's funny. All right. Okay. Hugo says, which bikini do you recommend you to buy? Hugo, I don't recommend other brands, but what I will say is if you can find a standardized extract, that is ideal. So look around and see if you can find one that will actually say, just like ours is standardized, what percent L-DOPA it is. That's going to be important. And try to do your research and buy from a reputable brand. But no, I can't recommend specific brands, of course, for supplements. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Kenny says, I see this all as a gift. And yeah, I got to tell you guys, whenever we get stricken with illness and bad stuff happens, it does really suck. But, there is always some kind of hidden lesson or evolutionary pearl in these things. So no matter if you have the same thing, if you have more chronic thing, whatever it is, and not to in any way disrespect anyone's suffering or say it's not real, because it definitely is. But at the same time, there is a way of looking at these things where you can also see that the universe sometimes helps us evolve by giving us some of these challenges in the form of some kind of imbalance or issue. And that is part and parcel of the human spiritual growth process. So just something to be aware of, All right. What else we got here? Somebody says, open a bottle of NAC has a strong smell. Yeah, it's kind of funny. A thing happened recently where my mom and my sister, they lived together, and she had a bottle of glutathione, and they opened it up, and my sister is, she's pretty picky about this kind of stuff, and she smelled it and immediately threw it in the trash. And I was like, well, glutathione is supposed to smell bad. So is NAC. They are both sulfur-containing molecules. So yeah, and so cysteine, which is what N-acetylcysteine is, it's a form of the amino acid cysteine, is unique in that it is one of because not all the amino acids in the body contain sulfur, so it is a storehouse of sulfur. It does contain sulfur, and so it's just important to know that NAC is, yes, it's supposed to stink. In that same way that, eggs can have that stink because they have sulfur. Have you ever also, here's another example. Have you steamed a whole bunch of broccoli and then eaten your meal and then forgotten to dump out the water that's still left in the steamer basket, in the steamer bowl, whatever, and then left it for, maybe like you leave your place, you come back, and then it's just got this weird rank to it, Yeah, so again, broccoli does contain, cruciferous vegetables in general tend to be very sulfur having. So just something to know about. That sulfur, though, does have quite a stink. All right. The welfare of humanity is always the alibi of tyrants. Fascinating. I'm going to screenshot that just because I like that. I like that phrasing. I think that's kind of cool. It's a good way to describe it. The welfare of humanity is always the alibi of tyrants. Very, very interesting. Well put. Yes, I'm inclined to agree. So many things can be done seemingly for the public good. This is for your own good, but it's more like an abusive parent that's like saying that, I'm doing these manipulative, horrible things to my child because it's for their own good, even though that person is sick. And certainly there is, one could argue, a similar dynamic happening with certain governments, certain powers that be. So yeah, that makes sense. All right. Irish moss is Chondrus crispus chewy. Answer your question. KG says 1 week into daily and Irish sea moss. Feel amazing. That's awesome, KG. Very cool. If you want to take it to the next level, also check out the CHOQ stacks, STAQ. We have 4 different stacks right now. We're about to launch 3 more. So we will have 7 CHOQ stacks total. We're actually going to have 2 different immune system stacks. And these will be launched sometime in the next couple of weeks. We want to launch them around the time we launch glutathione, obviously. Either same time or just after is the plan. Of course, things don't always go according to plan, but, and the basic idea is that we're going to have 2 different immune stacks, a regular one and an immune system ultra. And both of them will have, both of them will have like Armor, Apex, and 7 Wonders. But the Ultra will have 2 bottles of each one of those. So if you get the Immune System Ultra stack, then you'll be able to actually take a double dose of Armor, double dose of 7 Wonders, and a double dose of Apex Glutathione every day. So that's pretty rad. Yeah. All righty. Thoughts on, KG, I can't answer that question, unfortunately, because you referenced a disease, and that is not something I'm allowed to do legally. So KG, if you are new, I'm not sure if I've seen your name before, but just so you know, the way that the law works with respect to, me being a representative from a supplements company is that I'm not allowed to talk about, really about diseases. So if you mention any kind of disease terminology, I can't really directly address that. It's not legal for me to do that. It's silly, but that is how it works. All right, let's see. Stinky broccoli water. Yeah, indeed. Will you ever have NAC again? No, unlikely, because it's it's disappearing as we speak. Now, if the FDA decides to somehow reverse their decision on NAC, then certainly we will. But no, not in the foreseeable future. As far as I know, the NAC that's still on the market is stuff that was produced before the production ban. So the current state of the union on NAC basically is that, long story short, NAC is something that you are currently still allowed to sell, but as of right around last July or so, you're no longer allowed to produce it. You can no longer produce NAC. So, maybe they'll find a workaround and they'll import it. I don't know about the importation regulations. But as far as I know right now, these companies are just selling out of the stock that they already had, and they're not allowed to make more. That's basically what's happening. Yeah. All right. If NAC doesn't smell, is it no good? No, I doubt that. There could be different reasons. It could have to do with the capsule, how thin the capsule is, things like that. Also, it could have to do with, some people have a really strong sense of smell, some people not. I tend to have sort of when I got the Rona a year ago, it actually semi messed up my smell, like semi-permanently. It's still weaker than it ever was. And I do smell some weird smells that don't even exist. That's a whole other ballgame. But anyway, so if your NAC doesn't smell, it certainly is possible that maybe, who who knows? Maybe just your sense of smell isn't as strong as others, or if you do have a good sense of smell, then it also could be that maybe it's just it has to do with the capsule, or who knows? All right. Let's see what else we got here. Mohammed, hello. Yes, glad to have you. Thanks for being here. Benefits of NAC plus bromelain plus Apex armor as a stack. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some of the common things there is that it's all immune support. Obviously, you're getting detoxification support, and you're supporting a healthy inflammation response with that combination, NAC bromelain, Apex armor. So yeah, great stack. Absolutely. KG, the C60 buckyballs thing, that's really interesting, the Buckminster fullerenes. I've looked a little bit into it. I did see one paper saying that it is at least theoretically possible that those molecules are in Shilajit. Are they not? Who knows? But yeah, I don't have an official judgment on it because I haven't looked into it enough. It does sometimes seem a little scammy when you read into some of the stuff, but it could be completely real. Doesn't seem like there's a huge amount of research on it, so it's really kind of hard to say, but certainly it is possible that it could be legit. And with researching stuff, it's just there's so many things, and it's difficult. Chocolala says I can't smell anything right now. Well, Chocolala, if that's the case, then yeah, it's going to be hard to smell the NAC. Let's see here. Do you know where you can get more information on CHOQ products that are not listed on their website? Chewy, I'm a little confused by your question. Are you saying that there are products that are not listed on our website? Because all of our products that we currently sell are listed on the website. But a lot of the pages do have a more information, learn more rather button. And there is a different page that does have additional information. And then all of not our singles as much, but many of our formulas and some of the singles do also have a page that does list all of the references to the studies that have been done on the trademarked ingredients. Yeah. Evan says I have a very sensitive sense of smell. Fake toxic smells are the worst. Yes, fake toxic smells are the worst. I don't know. It's one of the reasons Ubering is awful, because you're just like rolling the dice, playing roulette with whether or not you're going to get blasted with these horrible chemical air fresheners. Those things are the worst. Oh my God. Yeah. Endocrine disruptors, et cetera. So yeah, I totally feel it. It's kind of like that whenever you go down the cleaning product aisle, especially like a conventional, like if you're at like a Kroger or Randall's or a conventional grocery store, and you go down the cleaning aisle, and you're just trying to grab some paper towels or something, and it's just totally bombarded by toxic chemicals. So yeah, I know the feeling. I don't think I have the most sensitive sense of smell, but I do feel like I am sensitive to those chemical smells for sure. All right. All right, Noah, I'm having a little hard time understanding your question. Perhaps maybe try rewording that there. Let's see. Have you heard about enhancing Shilajit with B12 and CoQ10? Well, Evan, that makes complete sense physiologically, and here's why. All three of those things, CoQ10, B12, and Shilajit, they all work on mitochondrial energy production. They're all essential for mitochondrial function. I wouldn't say, okay, essential is not quite right with respect to Shilajit. B12 and CoQ10 are molecules that your body has to have, so they are absolutely essential. You would die without them. Those are required. Shilajit is not a required nutrient, but it does contain a compound called urolithin A that does actually have a fantastic amount of research on it for enhancing mitochondrial energy production. So, and in fact, actually, let me just, if you want to know more about the Shilajit and how it helps with mitochondrial function and the urolithin A, if you haven't seen the deep dive into Shilajit video, this video is doing quite well. I'm very happy with it. This is almost an hour long, me talking to two doctoral level researchers who work with the company who produces the Shilajit that we use. This one has about 3,500 views, actually. It's called Shilajit Science Deep Dives with Dr. Dorsey, and that one is super awesome. definitely give that one a like and check it out. So, but yeah, if you want to know all there is to know about Shilajit in extreme detail, that is the video to watch. Yeah. But yeah, B12 is absolutely essential. I highly recommend B12. Of course, Action 2.0 has a bioidentical form of B12 called methyl B12 in it. So, like I said, guys, we do actually need to do a shorter one today because there's a lot going on. So we're going to do our first prize giveaway right now. So I have started the timer. You guys have 1 minute to get your numbers in. If it is your first time, the way that this works is essentially that you give me a 2-digit number, 1 entry only, and whoever is closest to the randomly generated number wins a prize. Yes. All right. Let's see here. Let me just get this over here. All right. So today's winners for 1. All right, let's see. Make sure you get your numbers in as soon as possible. You got 18 seconds left, everybody. Almost done here. Okay. Last chance, and we are done. So, okay. The number was 15. Let's see who's closest. Andy is 14. Andy, you might have won, but let's see here. Oh, wow. Yeah, you guys double check for me, but I don't see anybody closer than Andy. Because you'd have to have either 15 or 16 to be closer than Andy. So, yes. I do believe we have an official winner. Andy, you are the official winner of prize number 1, which is 2 of any CHOQ product. Yes. 2 of any CHOQ product. So congratulations. And let's go ahead and just do the same thing right now. And let's do it one more time, guys. And let's just knock this out. So I have, once again, I know I usually don't do them back to back, but congratulations, Andy. Everybody give Andy a round of applause. And I have started the timer one more time. So once again, let's do it all again. You have 55 seconds left to get your prize in. And like I said, guys, I am sorry that we're not going to be giving as many prizes away in the future. Just know we'll still be doing it once a week. Just, the team was like, wow, we're giving out lots and lots of products, like thousands and thousands of dollars, and weren't seeing perhaps as much of a return as we could have. So that is the deal with that. But we will still be giving out prizes. And I'm sure we'll have different contests and all sorts of stuff like that because, we always like the contests. That's definitely, so yeah. We might do something where, like, if I mention the secret word on certain videos during the week, and if you hear the secret word, then you can you can use that as an entry to get a prize, things like that. So we'll find out different promotions and different ways of doing it for sure. Okay, so done. All right, what do we got this time? We have 97. Interesting. Okay, let's see here. Who is closest to 97? Chocolala has 95. Let's see. I believe, unless I'm wrong, it might be Chocolala. 95. The number is 97. I don't see anybody above 95 here. So let me give it one last scroll. And yes, Chocolala, I believe you are the winner. And Chocolala prize number 2 is we'll just also make it 2 of any CHOQ product. Yeah. Of course, 2 of any CHOQ product is pretty awesome prize. I feel like because we're going to stop giving away prizes pretty soon, I'm kind of increasing the prices a little bit, because theoretically the value of 2 of any CHOQ product is higher than doing, 1 bag of cow beans and 1 CHOQ product. So kind of hooking it up a little bit since we're toward the end of the golden era of giving out lots of prizes. All right. Nice. Well, hey guys, I do need to run here. Also, my voice seems like it needs a break. Yeah, so just remember, we do have Stay Human coming up next Friday, Friday of next week at 5 p.m. Central. Stay Human episode 2, definitely come check that out. I did share a link toward the beginning of this show. Very first link that I shared is Stay Human episode 2, so make sure to set a reminder. And also be on the lookout sometime in the near future, the next week or so, I'm going to be getting way up on Instagram. So you'll be seeing me on Instagram quite a bit in the near future. So if you like Instagram, then, check it out. Check it out. You'll have options for how you want to work. So Seraphim, yeah. So we're going to be giving away prizes, just less, and we're only going to be doing it once a week. Although we might have some other promotions too, but yeah. All right. I'm going to head out of here, guys. Much love. I will see y'all very soon. And don't forget to stay human, of course. Peace.